late 70s, early 80s, we were very punk rock, you know, and I had my little shelf of my old rock records I bought as a kid, Steve Miller, Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin, all these bands I used to go see. And then punk rock happened. Then I saw The Clash and the Ramones, and my life was changing, and all of a sudden that's the old in with the new. And you'd see someone with long hair, like, well, he's a hippie, I can't listen to that music because Johnny Rotten says that this. And then someone would pull out the Ace of Spades record, and you're like, oh, well, wait a minute, because this kind of goes against the gospel of the punk rock, because they're long hairs and it's metal, but you put the record on and go, damn, man, I can't help it. I'm a Motorhead fan.
It was their look, it was their attitude, it was their music. You felt by listening to their records that they didn't fit in. You felt that. And when you didn't fit in yourself, there was that instant fucking lightning bolt connection, like, oh shit, they're one of us, they're us.
I think, personally, that this tour is an antidote to Simon Cowell and all the evil shit music that he's purveying. And if there's one man on this tour that embodies the spirit of rock and roll more than Lemmy, show him to me. Ladies and gentlemen, the great man himself, Lemmy!
The Damned split up, and Brian James went off and did other stuff, and we thought, well, could we possibly have a Damned without Brian? We thought, no, we need someone who can really play bass. So we asked Lemmy, and he instantly said yes, he would do some gigs with us. As a laugh, me and Scabies said, yeah, let's see if he'll play SOS by ABBA. And, you know, so, we thought there's no way in the world. We just did it as a joke. And then we said, yeah, I'll give that a go. And he played it. He played a whole bunch of Damn songs, and we did one of his, one Motorhead song, and we fucking ruined it. Yeah, he wasn't pleased about that. He said, I learned all your fucking shitty songs and you ruined my one. One fucking song, you bunch of cunts.
The great man himself.
Killed by death.
Metropolis.
Overkill.
I don't believe a word. Some people might be like, killed by death, that's stupid. I'm like, no, you're stupid.
Lemmy is an amazing lyricist, powerful lyricist, smart, sharp.
The first lyrics are just so twisted, just straight in your face. Don't talk to me, I don't believe a word.
But that's the way I like it. Maybe I don't want to live forever. I mean, who can say it better? You know, I mean, that is one of the most prolific lines. You win some, you lose some, it's all the same to me. I kind of live by that.
Fuck Keith Richards. Fuck all those dudes that fucking, you know, that survived the 60s and are fucking flying around on Learjets and, you know, living up their gunslinger reputation as they, you know, fuck supermodels in the most expensive hotel in Paris. It's like, you know what Lemmy's doing? Lemmy's probably drinking Jack and Cokes and writing another record.
2, 3, 4.
One of the lyrics that Lemmy wrote for me was Mama, I'm coming home. And it's really a haunting feeling, because it's like when I give someone who doesn't know what the situation with my wife and I really is, it's kind of spooky when somebody writes a lyric and you sing that lyric and you go, fucking hell, it's so close to home, you know. Every time I play that on stage, it's like I get a chill up my spine, you know.
Just a clown in a one-horse town in the broke-down second-hand car. Can you still get it up? Or are we pushing too hard? I think if you ever had a beautiful girl, you had to use your MasterCard.
Nah. Let's go again.
Can you still get it up? Or are we pushing too hard? If you want to get your hands on the beautiful girl, you gotta use a MasterCard.
Let's listen to what we have, okay?
Yeah.
Look, pills. Ooh.
What kind of pills are they? Vitamins?
No.
No.
Diabetes. And one for blood pressure, I think. I mean, I told him my blood's pressing just fine. Every time I cut myself, it comes right out. Okay, that's it. So don't try to beat me none. You better take some action. Bring it on, bring it on.
We were sitting around talking, and he asked me about a quad injury. I had torn my quad like maybe a year before that, and he just out of nowhere said, you know, when you tore your quad, did you think that was it? Did you think your career was over? Were you finished? And I said, you know, it went through my head a few times, and but I just kept going with it. And he said, you know, when they told me I was diabetic, and I was really sick with it, which was actually right before he did my song. He said, at first I thought, I'm done. You know what I mean? It's all over. But then he said, I started thinking about it, and the fuck am I gonna do? He said, I've lived my whole life this way. I've done everything I've done up until now to get to where I'm at. I'm not gonna change. And the quote that always sticks with me, he said, I do all the stuff that I do, drug-wise and drinking-wise and all that stuff, and at the end of the day, he said, I'm too old to find God now.
I told you, man.
He wanted us to do a couple of songs with him in the studio. He came in there with a bottle of Maker's Mark whiskey, and I started drinking with him, and we really didn't get much done because we were just drinking, and he was like playing guitar and showing me stuff, and then we'd stop, drink. And the next day, I had to go to the hospital. Lemmy gave me alcohol poisoning, basically.
There's the Marlboro Reds, there's the Jack Daniels, there's the speed, there's the strippers, and there's the gambling. That's what he liked.
I remember me sitting down with Zach, and he's showing us like Beatle footage and stuff, and he says, do you want a Jack Daniels? And me and Zach, oh, far out, So I remember this. He takes out a fifth of Jack Daniels and cracks the seal, and then hands it to me, and then so I take a swig off it and hand it to Zach, and Zach takes a swig of it, and then he goes to hand it back to Lemmy, and Lemmy is opening another fifth for me and opening another fifth for him. It was like having a beer with the guy. He wanted us to drink the whole fifth, just like, we're drinking a beer. We're like, holy shit, no.
First time I ever met the guy, says hello, and proceeds to offer me crystal meth. This is a fucking hardcore dude.
I will say this, I've never, ever, ever seen Lemmy incapacitated by booze or anything.
I have not seen him fall off the stage. I haven't seen him say stupid things. I haven't seen his life crumble because of it. It would be pretty scary. Have Lemmy completely sober and on you, man.
By the law of average, he should have been dead. We all used to hit it really hard, but he's just, I don't know, he's made of fucking iron. I don't know what the fuck.
No, I don't really want to advertise all that. I don't want kids to take any drugs because of me. I don't really want them to stay off drugs because of me either, but I don't want to advertise a lifestyle that killed a lot of my friends. Okay?
Here's another question for Lemmy. Jose.
Lemmy?
Yeah.
What do you credit to your longevity? You drink, you smoke, you party a lot, and I want to know what you credit to it.
Not dying. That's the secret. That's the secret of survival, not dying. I don't know, I was lucky, right? Because a lot of my friends didn't make it,
Yeah.
And I did. I never did heroin, see. That was the one. I never saw anybody die on anything else.
When I was about 17 years old, he said to me, son, promise me that when you grow up, don't do coke. please, just don't do coke. And I was like, okay, you know. And he says, just do speed, it's much better for you.
When you think back on it, Motorhead was the original thrash band. About everything about them. They played fast, it was gnarly, it was a little loose, it had some punk rock, it had metal, it had all the elements that we then later perfected and refined, and then we became part of, you know, the big four of thrash metal.
You could definitely say without Motorhead, there's no Metallica, there's no Anthrax, there's no Megadeth, probably no Slayer.
There could have been those bands, would have been like Anthrax Light or something. I mean, it influenced me big time as a bass player, big time, because of the levels of distortion, the speed of it all, like the power of it all, and the relentlessness of it.
I can't even begin to say how much of an influence Motorhead have been on us. I mean, and it's like, you know, on a bunch of different levels.
I'll give you a list of things that were lifted from Lemmy.
Musical level.
Singing style, you know, lyric phrasing, you know, the simplicity, the rhyming scheme of it all.
Attitude.
Trying to be as cool as Lemmy.
Motivation, perseverance, the look.
I mean, his facial hair in the early days for me was certainly all about that.
I mean, the bullet belt, come on.
Lemmy, to me, is not just an inspiration, but I think he's kind of like the okay sign, you know? It's okay to go this far. It's okay to do this. And it's like he's kicked the door open for a lot of bands that were feeling like they wanted more. I can't sing that way. Like the opposite. You can sing down here.
You like it lower?
You take the high mic and I'll take the low mic.
What's up, motherfucker?
Hello, sir.
Great to see you, brother.
Good to see you, too. Hey, man.
What's happening?
Well,
Hey, Lemmy, how you doing, bro? What's happening?
good. What do you want to do? You want to do, I'll do the first one, you do the second one?
Yeah.
Do the third one together or something?
Sure.
Or a line each or what?
You do the high harmony?
No, not anymore, no.
Rub your balls and you
No, that's the theory, yeah. What ending do you have for Damage Case? How do you end
stop
Damage
and
Case?
I stop and then you're the last.
Figure that out when we get there.
How?
Don't be under any illusion that we know what we're doing. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's have fun with it. It's a 3 count. It goes 1, 2, 3.
Isn't it time to go home yet? I didn't think so. You could see there's an extra amp up on stage here. We have the distinct pleasure of inviting on stage with us one of our all-time idols, and I know the reason that Lars is so into music. Right? He followed him around, pestered him forever. I think he even threw up on him, something like that. Lars is the biggest Motorhead fan on the planet, all right? And here is the godfather of heavy metal.